What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic. Here with a review video. Um, it was a pretty decent card tonight. More likely, it was an Eastern European showcase card for HBO, and you had Osik. Then you had the other dude name I can't pronounce. It's a light heavyweight. Beat the Gonzalez dude that I thought was Rob versus John Pascal. And the light heavyweight one, he just demolished them. Very impressed by that, and that just adds more flavor to that division, which is coming one of the hot shot divisions in boxing. You got Ward, Kovalev, Beterbiev, Joe Smith Jr., Adonis Stevenson, him, Fonfora. So it's growing in numbers. Now you got Badu Jack in there. But the Osik versus Michael Hunter. Osik was a guy who people was telling me he can beat Deontay Wilder right now if he move up to heavyweight and all this shit. Man, I wasn't impressed with him at all. Pretty much, it was the fact that Michael Hunter had a year off, and you can tell, and he didn't have the power, the legs, the muscle memory, and for him to go 12, even though he barely went 12 with Osik. And Osik couldn't even get him on the ground. That just showed me that, that guy has a long way to go and, physically building himself up, because he came in at a 207 and Michael Hunter only came in at 197, knowing he wanted to move, and he looked good at large, in the beginning of the fight. But, people always trying to force feed you certain fighters down your throat and tell them he good. And that just proved to me like he has some work to do in the stack division as a cruiserweight, which every opponent is dangerous, and I don't really see him having an Evander Holyfield type of career from cruiserweight to heavyweight like some have predicted. But he's a talented fighter, but it was just his physical peakness and being physically fit and having them physical weight advantage and being more active and experience that he won over Michael Hunter. It wasn't that he was a more talented fighter. It was he was just stronger, more in shape fighter, the more active fighter. But the Lomachenko, Vasyl Lomachenko versus Jason Sosa fight, I mean, Lomachenko's on a different level. Man, right now, man, he would have to be my second pound for pound fighter behind Andre Ward, even with 8-9 fights, whatever he does have. Jason Sosa, I knew he wasn't going to be a challenge, but the way that Lomachenko dispatched him, the footwork, the spin, the punches, the volume of punches, along with being defensive responsible and finding that perfect balance between being excited and being an active fighter with your hands and being able still to be defensive responsible, along with the hand-eye coordination, with the feet work, the footwork, and all that stuff. Man, he's a special once-in-a-generation type of fighter when you look at those gifts he has, along with the skills that he's built, and that he's planning down more, and now he's starting to get stoppages. Now HBO wants to really, spotlight him and put him in the spotlight right now, and that's very, very good for him. A lot of people want to point to Salido fight. Shit happens. That was his first 12 rounder. He wanted to jump in the deep end. I'm not mad. I'm not holding nothing against him. Too many people want to give people deductions and check marks for not for being great and trying to test themselves. I'm not gonna give him a deduction for the Salido fight. He fought an uphill battle with the weight issue with Salido, and his first fight going on 12, he took a risk, and it backfired. But I think for the betterment of his career, it's good that he had that setback with Salido, because from that point on, he's been a totally different fighter, and confidence level have risen in his camp and in himself, and along with Gary Russell Jr. I think the Russell Jr. and the Salido fight, I don't see too many fighters at 130 or below, other than Rigondeaux if he stays active. But I think his better days are behind him, so I don't see anybody there that's going to give him a challenge like what Russell did. I don't see anybody coming close at those weight classes, let alone beating him like Salido. I don't see it. At 35, I think it's a 50-50 fight with him and Mike Garcia. that's a tough fight to call. I probably would lean towards, I don't know who the fuck, probably lean towards Vasyl Lomachenko, but I gotta see him at that weight. But man, that dude is special. The hands, the feet, the spin, the defense, and you don't see too many people find the defensive and the offensive sweet spot to do both and be defensive responsible and still be offensively entertaining. And I don't see too many people that's that talented in the sport of boxing. And I don't think we're gonna see too many people do that. Coming forward, he has an American type style. Haven't seen a Russian with this style since Demetrius Pirog, and it looks like he's gonna be able to fulfill what Pirog couldn't because of the back injury. So, you know, see what he does next. I don't think it's a rush for him to jump up to weight right now. But if he does, Mikey Garcia, that's the fight. We gone.